Hello and welcome to another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. We're doing a third part to this episode because there's a lot that we're packing in. So before we get started, is there any plugs that anyone has?
Just super quickly, the day we're filming this is the second last day of Pride Month. So I just wanted to shout out my little ace badge that I'm wearing. I'm wearing two, but this one was made by a friend of mine who made a whole set of them for a whole bunch of identities and pronouns and all kinds of stuff. I don't know where she is selling them at this point, but she was talking about selling them. And I can chuck her handles to Darby to put in.
We'll put them on our socials.
Yeah. But they're super cool. They're resin. They're glittery. They're super hardcore. Ooh. I've had this one for about 4 months now, and it serves me very well. So thanks, Rachel.
Right.
I do have a quick plug as well. I just want to say, because brain broke and I don't know the timelines of everything being released properly in my head. But happy belated birthday to two very dear friends of mine. One of them a long-time listener, Jessie. It's probably going to be your 23rd birthday by the time you get to this episode. But Jessie turned 21 this month, so happy birthday, Jessie. And also to my younger sister, who doesn't listen to the podcast, and to my friend Phoebe, who also doesn't listen to the podcast. And to my stepsister, who also doesn't listen to the podcast.
Happy birthday, guys.
But happy birthday month, especially to you, Jessie, because you listen to the podcast.
Yeah. If we're doing that, then my sister turns 16, and she also does not listen to the podcast. So happy birthday, kid.
Happy birthday vibes.
Yeah.
You might be able to change that.
What better birthday gift would there be than to listen to us? Please don't answer that question.
A birdie's elixir, of course.
Oh, yes. Of course. A birdie's elixir. Absolutely.
All right. So without further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. And we're going to say, is there anything people want to do during the week while waiting for the teleportation circle?
Just quickly, the next morning, Ross, you'll have noticed that the door hasn't gone away. Do you ask Anya about it?
I think definitely while I'm making everyone coffee the next morning and I go to take out the trash into our bins in the back room, I am going to be like, why? Why?
Right. So, that just exists now. It didn't before. And now it does, and it's not a magical door, it's just a door. So you have a door to your back room now.
Forever?
Forever. Also, I noticed that this is a quaint little place that you have made your own. I have some things I can offer you. Would you like a steel mirror? Another door, maybe for between your kitchen and your living room. I have several ladders, if you need ladders for anything. I have several 2x4 windows. I don't think I'll ever use them. I've got 4 of them. What else have I got? I've got some lanterns in here if you want them. You know, spruce up the place.
Ross is like just holding a coffee cup in one hand and a trash bag in the other, and she's just like, lanterns? Yes? Yes. Yes.
Yes?
Lanterns. Yes.
Okay, she pulls off a couple of these patches off of her robe, and she also like kind of shrugs and pulls off another patch, and she gives them to you, and she's like, throw these where you want to put them, and they will be here. I've thrown in the other door for good measure, just so you know. They match.
Thank you.
And like on the little patches, they have pictures of what they are.
That's adorable. Thank you. Coffee?
That would be very good. Thank you.
Good. And then she just wanders back into the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay. For the record, periodically throughout the week, she is going to try and convince everyone to busk with her. And I do think she's going to make Anya try and shoot an apple off her head.
Yep.
In the street.
Anya wholeheartedly agrees. Do you want me to roll for that, Darby?
Yeah, roll me. It is technically an attack roll. So roll me an attack roll.
No. Make sure you hit properly. There not be a 1.
25.
25. That was pretty much exactly the DC I had for it.
Nice.
With the apple on my head.
So yeah, you hit the apple.
Cool. And I'm definitely gonna try and get Neumann to do some tumbling stuff with me. I'm probably gonna try and talk everyone into doing a group musical number, but I don't think they're all gonna agree.
Anya says no, but offers Haffron services.
Okay. And I probably will assist Bertie in selling some Bertie's elixir at some point, if Bertie chooses to do that at any point. Or I will save him from when that inevitably goes wrong. And Rook and I will do yoga.
Yes,
Alright.
Rook will try to teach Ross yoga if you'll teach
Yep.
me like acrobatics.
Anya takes it as some vacation time. Maybe while everyone's out, Anya probably gets to know Ross's housemates a little bit, and they're probably too scared of her to politely say go away, because she's very scary looking.
I haven't got their names, but I do have their races if we just want that for reference.
Yeah, for imagery, yeah, go for it.
There's 2 Karasi humans, an Air Ganassi, and an Asima.
Ooh.
They're all part of the theatre troupe. They all live in the same house.
Yeah, Anya probably potters around and while you're out, and she makes coffee for herself, not anyone else in the house.
Yep.
Not even Rook.
Because she's very rude. If the others are there, she will, but say when everyone's out selling or whatever. She doesn't know these people. She just assumes that naturally they would have the same thing as she does, of she only lets people she trusts make her things because she doesn't want other people to poison her.
Yeah.
So it's probably the same mentality in her head, which is not normal. Anya, it's not normal. And she just will start up conversations with these people, and I can imagine as they're all theatre people, they're all just okay, you're like that. Your life is like that. You always look like that. Okay. Interesting.
All right.
All right.
Anyone else? Bertie, any sales attempts during the
if
week?
Ross wants to help him, yeah, sure. I'll imagine that maybe when Ross and Rook are perhaps practicing their yoga or something, Bertie's hey guys, I'm thinking of doing a bit of selling. I was wondering if either of you lovely ladies might want to assist me.
I'd love to.
I'm gonna you're selling that elixir of yours, are you?
Well, something like that, yes.
I've gotta go hang out with Anya, sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. Ross, my lovely Ross. So. I've got a little permit to do a bit of selling. I thought, Rook's busy doing Rook stuff, clearly. So what I'm gonna need you to do is, I just need you to Like, okay, this isn't your only quality, but you are very pretty. Just saying. Just putting it out there wildly. And you're also, like, very good at, like, grabbing attention for, like, you know, trying to, like, distract and stuff like that. So, what I've got this little, like, scheme. I mean, I've got this, like, business plan that I'm going to trial out. And basically, I just need you to back me up. You down for that?
100%. Like,
oh, fantastic. And don't worry, I'll give you a little gesture for your help as well.
oh, thank you. I don't need it, but the gesture is nice.
Oh. Of course, wow, you're so charitable, Ross. Okay. I'm feeling confident about this. All right. So you come with me. He awkwardly takes your hand and like drags you off to like the town
Ross
square.
is definitely gonna, I'm assuming we're like at her house and then we're going to the street. She's definitely gonna grab like a pink doublet or something and be like, so we can match, and just
I love it. It's
get her little
great.
outfit on.
It's such a good color too. Oh, that looks great. I'm so keen about this. I haven't had an assistant in a little while, and oh, that'll be great.
Alright.
Fantastic. So basically, okay, how I work is I do a little spiel. I've got some stuff, and he holds up his like a backpack in his hand. I've got some stuff that I'll like set up. I've got like a little blanket set up already. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and sell it to the crowd, draw a bit of a crowd, and then what I want you to do, okay, is I'm gonna talk about a gemstone, okay, and I want you to like hold this up and be like, wow, I won one of these, okay. So he reaches into his pocket and he holds out like a really hefty looking, like nice looking gemstone. It looks like it's worth about 1,000 gold pieces. And he stashed that away since they were at the Wild Shade mansion, I'm pretty sure. And he's like, okay, so you take good care of this. Unfortunately, has sentimental value, so I can't let you keep it, but yeah. So when I talk about gemstone, you're just gonna be like, wow, look what I got. Okay, yeah.
And any kind of like entrance I want, or is it realism, or can I make this absurd?
Oh yeah, it can be as absurd as you like. Like, have you seen me? I don't operate on like, down pat. No, put as much pizzazz into it as you like. You'll see how I operate. I think you'll get it.
There's definitely a little glint in Ross's eyes that may or may not indicate danger to anyone except Birdie.
Oh no. Incredible. Okay. And Birdie's just like, oh yeah, cool. And he's like kind of like magically like trying to like glamour himself up, so like pretty much just primping himself like to look extra nice and pretty and confident. And
Alright.
And once they sort of get, he's like kind of like set up like this kind of little like milk crate kind of thing to step up, and when he gets there he kind of like unloads all these little boxes onto like this blanket next to the milk crate, like in like a nice little stack. And there's like flower petals everywhere because it's just like just shedding them pretty much. And and he kind of hops up into the milk crate and he like gestures to Ross and he's like, okay, you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Okay, here we go. And Buddy like presses the fingers of his index and forefinger of his right hand onto the other side of his throat as to when he casts sending. And he's going to use, I think it's thaumaturgy to make his voice boom out over the the market square. Okay. And he says, roll up, yes, folks, it's your old pal or new pal Bertie here, and I have the latest and greatest deal for you. Do you ever think to yourself, boy, do I really feel lucky today? But the missus just won't let me put that luck to use because she keeps implying I have a crippling gambling addiction? Or that's really affecting my livelihood and well-being? Do you have a great big coin purse just burning a hole in your little wallet, but you can't do a thing about it because you're a kid and like someone's selling you any kind of odds morally irresponsible? Do you ever dream about the adventuring lifestyle, the open roads, the adventures, the lack of personal hygiene? Well, do I have a thing for you all? Now you can take a little slice of that adventuring pie back home to have a veritable feast of savings, all wrapped up in the buttery, crispy sugar crust of luck and chance. Yes, I am talking about, and he gestures to the boxes, Bertie's patented loot boxes. A brand new experience for the young and old. Each box contains a random piece of honest-to-goodness adventuring loot and is available for the crazy low fee of 10 gold each. And it's personally packed and sealed by real adventurers like us. The contents are all completely random. What could it be? Some gently used weaponry? The tooth from a terrifying evil dragon? A shiny paperweight to complement your new mahogany desk in your boardroom? Or how about, and he points to Ross, how about...
During this spiel, Ross has climbed a nearby tree. And when you go to point, she's not there.
What?
But then as you look, she's going to jump down from the tree, do a roll, and instead of standing up like a normal person, she's gonna end in a handstand with the gem balanced on one foot.
That's incredible!
And she's gonna yell, "And one of these, maybe?"
Yes! See? That's
Do I need to
what
do
I-
any checks for that?
Roll me an acrobatics check for that.
Okay. So that would be an 18.
18. So you don't quite stick the landing with the gem, but you do manage to kind of catch it and present it.
Okay, my
in a
tail
reasonable
probably.
way. Yeah.
If it rolled off my foot, my tail grabbed it,
Yeah.
put it back.
Bertie, roll me a performance check with advantage to determine
Because
Just
I
how-
jumped out of a tree.
just how good your spiel is and how many people are interested.
Alrighty. So first roll is 12, so whatever that add-on is, so
Yeah.
okay. I'll roll the second one just to see if it's better,
Yeah,
hopefully.
just to see if it's better.
Newman's in the crowd and he's clapping.
Hey! Because it's a 19, so with performance, plus 5, so 24.
24.
And so he says, "See? Well, these loot boxes have something for everyone, and it's all up to chance. So come now, ask yourself, are you feeling lucky?"
All right, so I'm going to re-roll some of those because you don't deserve quite that lower roll for all this
Oh,
work.
of course, yes,
But-
yes, precisely.
Well, that made up for it. 12, 13. So you managed to, over the course of the day, reel in 150 gold pieces.
Buddy's so like he's smiling wider and wider and wider as this time goes on. He's like, "Oh yes, 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 oh yes, yes, of course, all the loot boxes." And now I will say, for the record, the majority of those boxes have all of the shitty, tarnished weaponry that Newman told Buddy not to take from the Wild Shade mansion. He has carefully put them all into little boxes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just trying to find out
incredible.
what I called them. Other possessions.
It's like trash or something.
It was like
yeah.
They
the-
were in like a bedroll.
Yeah,
Miscellaneous trash
it was
in a bedroll.
It was like the shitty roll of broken swords or something.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're like, you're never gonna use it. But he's like, "Ha ha ha, challenge accepted."
Here we go. Big chunky bedroll. Oh, shitty swords.
That's it. It's
And it weighs
incredible.
40 pounds. It's 40 pounds worth of weaponry.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's all the great crap that's in that those boxes, loot boxes.
And while all that is happening, Ross is definitely doing little like tricks with the gem where she like does that thing where you like bounce it off the back of your hand and roll it down your shoulders and bounce it with your elbow and catch it and like
That's
doing all these little tricks, being very careful with it.
Excellent.
No more handstands.
Appreciate it. He keeps like kind of like feel like his eyes just keep like watching the gemstone while you're doing that half the
Yeah.
time when he's not pattering on to customers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, and if anyone tosses Ross any separate coins in her tambourine, like she's definitely keeping that from Birdie.
that's fair.
Okay. However you want to divide that gold between you and Ross is up to you.
I guess it
Did I
depends,
get
like,
anything in my tambourine?
do you like a yeah?
Um,
Ross get.
I'll roll me an additional performance check.
Would it be an advantage because she's basically riding off Birdie's metaphorical or literal coattails? To get the,
There's a little something different I'm doing with the way I'm dealing with this one.
So I'm rolling performance at advantage?
No, just a standard roll.
Just the standard roll, then that is 22.
22. All right. So, you managed to pick up 53 gold pieces. The equivalent of 53 gold pieces by the time you add it all up.
That's
Like
incredible.
spectacular.
it's
I
greatly
love
in like coppers and silvers, and there is the occasional gold piece, but
Nice.
Okay.
yeah,
I can divide that up in my own time later.
yeah.
Excellent. Fantastic. Also mentioned that the loot boxes have stamped on them, Bertie and Co. are not responsible for any low-value item results. All purchases are final, no refunds. And then just like a little smiley face with the tongue poking out. But yeah, but like I guess like once like the throng kind of like dissipate and it gets like quiet, like, wow, well thank you, Ross. That was actually really profitable and also a really great. Thanks heaps for your help.
That's all good. It's good to get to perform properly again. Do something a bit more free.
Yeah, no, I can kind of get, like, it must have really sucked, like, being, like, kind of part of, like, having this kind of oppressive kind of group of people controlling what you're doing, I guess. That really, yeah, I'm
Well,
glad.
The wizards have been here almost as long as I've been alive, but I don't know, the last few years have just been a lot.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, especially if they're stopping you from earning money. I can definitely see why it's a bad thing. Yeah, no, like, good job, like, here and stuff.
Thank you.
I've never been to Caress, but yeah, it's cool kind of seeing how people react, I guess, to this kind of legitimate business practices.
Well,
yeah.
anytime you want to keep selling, like, I'm always happy to help. I'm sure I can rope the other guys from the players into it. Like, I'm sure they'd be happy.
I thought you were going to say the other people, like, well, you saw Rook's response, and Neumann and Anya would not trust, yeah, no. Yeah, maybe the other troop members, they might be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know.
Birdie just has war flashbacks to the one time Anya tried to help.
She's like, oh, here, how's
She
the
was
pizza?
just so bad.
Yes, back in the time when she was assisting Tanner. Yeah, you're like, yeah, thanks again, and like, well, I can see you cleaned up pretty well yourself with all those tips. That's amazing.
Well, I'm a local, and locals like supporting locals.
Gotta support local, yes, absolutely. Gotta support small business. It's always really important. I absolutely agree.
Do you need any help packing up?
Well, if you're offering,
Of
I
course.
really don't have very much muscle structure to work off. And
Oh, I know. That's
yeah.
why I'm offering to help.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Ross. I am sure I can give you a couple of free elixirs to seal the deal. Or I actually, if you got some more like booze back in your place, I'm actually really good at making cocktails and stuff. Like, so if there's something in particular you like just kind of a life skill I have.
I might take you up on that one.
Yeah, I can make one. I can make one themed after you. Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Ross's eyes just go incredibly wide, and she's just like so excited by that prospect.
He looks a little bit surprised. He's like, yeah, cool. Yeah. Excellent.
Birdie, you're such a good associate.
Yeah, I'm a real great person to be around. But yeah, no, if you could help me, that'd be awesome. I'm like, I'm gonna like look into some stuff while I'm in town, but like when I come back, I will make you that. I'll make the Ross. Yes. So it needs to have something jangly in it or something. Yeah, I'll think of something. It'll be great.
Wonderful. And then Ross goes over to the cart and like I'm assuming it's one of the ones with like handles.
Yeah, we'll say he like grabs one.
Yeah. So she's gonna like pick that up and then just like with one hand she's just gonna reach over and like pat Birdie on the shoulder a couple of times and then just trundle off back to her place.
Excellent. It's like, cool, great. And then he takes out the little like letter that he's gotten from a certain someone and he's like, okay. And then he like stalks off to go and do some research.
Okay, and that's where we leave that scene.
Cool.
So, is there anything else someone wants to do during the week?
I'm doing sword stuff, but that's low priority.
Okay.
Kinky.
I guess like directly after Birdie goes off with Ross to sell some stuff, Brooke's just gonna like roll her eyes and like head back indoors and like I don't know, is like Neumann or Anya in there chilling?
Anya's probably inside.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Neumann, are you inside?
Yeah, Newman's inside. He was watching the Elixir show, but he only stayed for a bit after the big flip, the first flip, and then he went home after that.
Nice.
Anya's talking the ear off the egg Ganassi, who looks suitably scared because I think she's probably describing some form of dragon fight that we went and did.
Excellent.
The one where she got literally all of the organs. She's explaining them in great detail.
He's probably just sitting there with like a bowl of D&D cereal, just leaning away.
Rook's just gonna be like, Birdie seems to be out there selling his elixir stuff again.
Oh, as he usually does.
Great. What do you guys think about that? It's morally not great. Don't like the idea of him putting his faulty wares into my homeland as well.
It makes people happier, I've found.
It doesn't heal
at a
them.
placebo level. But it legitimately has an effect. I did find out a long time after I was sold one that it wasn't actually a real elixir. But for some, it does make them feel better. Just the very thought of having something which they're told it works, for them it works. Until that's proven otherwise, they're a little bit better off, I find.
But it's based on the lie, and if they're truly unwell, they could die if they don't get proper treatment. I think it's just deceitful. It's nothing that, it's like, in my mercenary troop, in my tribe, like, you've got to have each other's backs and to do that kind of thing.
Look, when we first started adventuring with Bertie, I was very, of a similar mind to you, but at the end of the day, he's not hurting anyone. He's staying out of trouble, and it makes him happy. And for a short while, it makes the others happy too. I feel like if anyone is in need of serious medical attention and they don't go to a church first and instead go to Bertie, that might just be... There is a phrase in my homeland, I don't know whether it is extended to here, but it is natural selection. It basically just means that if you actively do something that will put yourself in harm's way, that's on you. And I think that if you are in serious need of medical attention and you decide that Bertie's elixir is the way to do it, that might be on you.
And I understand what you mean about, if they are in serious medical, in a serious medical state and they instead choose Bertie's elixir, they'll find out pretty quickly that it doesn't work. For the people who believe it does work, it's very minor things. like, I don't know, hair loss, or like just simply feeling sad, it might make them feel better. Or maybe they're just hungry and then they drink it and they'll feel better. They'll think it works. But if it's something serious, as in like limbs are falling off, they drink it and their limbs don't get fixed, if they can, would then walk to the closest church, I'd imagine. Depends which limbs fall off first. Might be crawling, who knows.
I guess so. I guess it's not causing a whole heap of harm. I'm just it goes against some of my values, I reckon.
Yeah, and that's
Especially-
okay. That's okay. It's by the looks of it, if it makes you feel any better, they're not actually selling Birdie's elixir at the moment.
Oh,
They're selling.
thought they were.
It was like loot boxes or something. From the, I'm pretty sure I was really mesmerized by the flip and all, but the speech was just so fascinating as well. My attention was sort of split between the two, complemented each other quite well, but I was sort of couldn't keep my eye on one thing at a time. I think they're selling the loot we get from our adventures in a mystery box.
Anya sort of has a revelation moment. She's like, Neumann, Bertie asked you for that bedroll full of swords back, didn't he?
Oh yeah, no, it's been in the bag of holding for ages. What about it?
Yeah. You know what? At least he's not selling a health tonic like this. It's kinda you pay for what you get, which is our shitty loot.
That is true.
Our
I
shitty loot might
do
be someone
prefer
else's
this.
treasure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to be having to go at one of your teammates. I just didn't.
Oh no, like it's fine. I completely understand. I mean, I am not going to tell you off for telling off Bertie, as that would be a little hypocritical, just a little, but a little hypocritical of me, maybe.
And I'm not sure if it's a good or
imagine.
bad thing, but I'm sort of, I guess, desensitized to it all. It's been happening for so long.
Oh no!
I'm not going to stop you, but you're more than welcome to talk about it with Bertie if you'd like. But to be honest, I've sort of made up my mind, and no one's really getting hurt right in front of me, or not that I've seen anyways. So I just find it's best to just accept it for what it is and just let it happen.
Just, if you do confront him, our Bertie seems to avoid interpersonal conflict as much as he can, so don't be surprised if you end up being like us after trying one too many times to crack that egg. But
Yeah, I've gathered a measure on him. I'm not sure how much he'd be willing to listen or change. I just really hope he doesn't end up putting anyone in danger in combat or anything.
I don't think he would. I honestly don't.
Glad to hear it. Major Hannah, I'm just gonna say I'm very baffled at like selling snake hill is okay actually.
Really not.
Oh,
Really
man.
not.
Oh no. Me? I'm like, Anya?
Yeah.
Anya's
Oh, man.
seen a lot of shit,
That's how
and
it
she
is.
lives a long time, so she's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Human's dad is a
man.
merchant.
Oh
He
my
sort of
God.
does the hard sell all the time.
Oh no!
So he sort of understands how the
nice.
shakedown happens.
Oh.
Yeah. Some methods aren't as moral as others, but as long as no one gets hurt at the end of the day and they get away with it scot-free, it's fine.
Yeah, that's
Look,
true.
we
Oh,
don't
geez.
really have alignments for our characters just as a design for this campaign, but I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like we'd all fall across the neutral level.
Yeah,
Leaning a
definitely.
little.
Yeah, I'm like
So-
across the
floor for
neutral.
neutral for so,
Some leaning towards the evil.
Yeah, sometimes I think.
A couple of us,
Tanip.
maybe.
Yeah,
Tanip is
Tanip.
pure
Oh,
evil.
Tanip.
Chaotic evil.
It's Ross too, I know.
Oh yeah, no.
Tanip and Ross.
Behind these horns, pure evil. No, she's like chaotic neutral.
Yeah,
Nice.
that checks out.
So,
All right.
what's the plan for you, Rook? What are you doing after all this? Are you heading back out to do some more investigating now that you really can't talk to the governor, or?
Yeah, that was a dead end. Yeah, well, I've been given some clues about where the whereabouts of my my old mercenary troop is, and some more
Oh,
leads
that's
as to
right.
this big rebel organization as well. If I can get to that city,
Yeah,
that'll
I
be
think it was.
quite
Was it
useful.
New Arcadia? I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's right.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that guy sent you over there. His name, I'll never remember it. I'll never remember it. But
I'm with
yeah,
you.
no, I remember he was talking about how he knew of your name or how it sounded familiar. So I guess that's the next step.
Yes.
And sorry, the governor trail is a bit of a dead end, but hey, at least you were compensated for your travels and your efforts, I guess, quite handsomely.
Quite handsomely indeed. No, it was good to run into you guys. I'm afraid I will have to split paws again. What are you folks doing? What's your plans?
We're here on. Neumann looks around as well, just to make sure no one's like listening in. We're here on a secret mission. We're just doing some information gathering for the convocation, just to see if the status of what the wizards are up to. We're here with Athena and some old party members as well.
Anya, like overhearing this, she kind of leans to Neumann and she's like, "Neumann, Rook was on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Rook knows this.
but the whole plan.
Yes.
Ah,
Sorry, I'm really forgetful.
that's all right. You and me both. But yeah. Anyways, so now that we've recapped that plan. Yeah, I think you misunderstood, Anya. This is just a recap, wasn't it, Brooke? Yeah?
Yeah. Gotta remind the audience.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Hang on, I need to roll something quickly. Ooh! Hang on. That was a...
Deception.
Yeah, hang on. Where's my character sheet? There we go. Where is it? Ah, there it is. 18 deception.
We knew
Nice.
what we were doing.
Oh, right. I should probably roll insight against that.
Stop getting natural 20s. I don't like it.
Again.
Oh, wow. So that's what, a 32 for you?
Incredible.
For insight, yeah, 32.
Oh,
Sorry, my cat
man.
just knocked over a box in the
Yeah,
back.
they are very obviously bullshitting.
It's
Yeah.
close. It could go either way. You're not sure.
Anya indulges them anyway, but in like a very sort of obviously she knows way. She's like, "Oh, of course. I how stupid of me." And then she goes back to bothering the Agonasi.
All right.
Incredible.
Is there anything else people want to do? Remembering that you still have like colleagues in the city.
Yeah.
So,
Well, did Ross want to do anything with Neumann? You perhaps suggested a performance as well.
We could do a bit of a performance.
Performance.
Look, I do feel like Ross definitely comes up to you at one point being like, "So, do you remember when we were in the tower and we came out of the Feywild and we did that really cool like wagon wheel flip?"
Yeah. How could I forget something as majestic as that? That was incredible.
Well, I was just thinking, and I was talking to a couple of my housemates, and I think we could make a thing of that. Like, we could maybe take that to the street and see if the people like it as much as, see if we can replicate it for like an audience this time.
All right. Well, we're going to have to practice it because whilst I feel like I could probably do it again, if we're going to be doing a show, we want to do it reliably.
Exactly.
So-
You're on my level, man.
Okay, so where's a good place? How much room do we have? What kind of audience are we dealing with? What kind of demographic?
Okay.
Do we have any sets at our disposal? Any lights? Any music? Like, what have we got here?
Ross is just like so excited that someone's finally asking the right questions. She's like, well, we've converted our backyard into a rehearsal area complete with crash mats just so we don't like hurt ourselves while we rehearse. There's a couple streets we can choose from depending on what demographic. I figured we could discuss that because, there's a street kind of just down the block that tends to get a couple more like, the older crowd, couple of grandkids maybe taking their kids around. If we go 2 blocks over, then we're near the school district, and that is where we can then pick up like the 13 and under crowd. And that, they tend to like a little bit more pizzazz. Now, if we go 2 blocks over and then down the alley to the other side of the block, that is where all the rich people are. Now, they tend to be a little less giving with their coin, but when they give coin, ooh, do they give it? So I figured that was something we could discuss. Set and costume-wise, we tend to not use sets on the street or lighting just because, it's a bit of a hassle to move it around. We tend to move in little individual groups who can't really take a crew. But my Asimar friend is like about your height. Like we could fit you out with something if you wanted a costume.
Yeah, costume would be great. I've got a lot of ideas actually. If you want me to keep on going.
Oh, lay it on me.
All right, and now Newman's like getting really excited. He's never gotten this much attention for a very, very, very long time. So he's like, all right, so how about if we set up a food stand at the front? We can maybe have some like mayonnaise stands, lemonade stands, something like that. Something a little bit for everyone. What if people have allergies as well? We really got to pay attention to that sort of stuff as well. And then, what happens if we have like you said we don't have a set, but maybe we can make up a set. Maybe something higher so more people can see us, something like that. Or we could also incorporate maybe top and bottom of the set. We can have like trapdoors, we can go up or down and things like that. We can have a pulley system. We can come across the top as well if we'd like. We can hang from the ropes and swing and stuff. Oh my god, this is such a good idea. What about lights? I reckon. Do you have anything that can like play some sort of sound, something music, maybe something people can sing along to? Maybe your roommates can sing an orchestra, not an orchestra, but like use the vocals. Acapella. Yes, that'd be great. Newman goes on and on and on.
Yep.
All right.
Frost definitely at one point pulls out a little notebook and like is writing all of this down furiously.
So where are you choosing to perform?
I don't know. Newman's not really after coins. He's after smiles. So Newman suggests the 13 unders, like the children ones. And he remembers also that he loved this sort of stuff when he was in town.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's what he suggests.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think for the expediency of the role play and the fact that none of my housemates have been fleshed out enough for them to appear as Darby, I think we don't get the full pulley system set, but I think we do convince them to give us like a little mini platform.
Yeah.
And I think we do convince one of the humans to come with us and like to play sound of some description. Probably
they
an
play
instrument.
drums.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a drum roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. And so how long have we been practicing for? Maybe like an hour, a couple of reps. Something like that, and then we go and organize a show or something like that. Honestly, I think between the speed at which Neumann speaks and the height of Ross's enthusiasm, we could probably get this together in a couple of hours. As long as the poor human was like ready and willing to go. All right, so we've practiced, so I'm feeling pretty confident.
Yeah.
All right.
Radio.
So let's go. For the sake of this, Ross, roll me a performance check at advantage.
At advantage.
Yes. And Neumann, if you have anything you can do to help.
Okay.
One of those was a nat 1, so I'm not going on that. That was
Neumann,
performance?
Yeah.
26.
26.
Newman's gonna do like a light show like he did last time in the Lost episode. So basically, he could use his artificer infusions to touch anything to make it diffuse light. So he's sort of going to have like 2 little disco balls either side of the little makeshift set we've got. Alongside with the guy doing the drums, we've got quite the atmosphere going.
And I think on top of that, Ross is probably also going to chuck in some dancing lights and get them to kind of move around and make sure that even if clouds pass over, the disco balls still have light coming on them.
All right.
And a little orb over the human on the drums, so that way, regardless of what colors the lights are flashing, they can see what they're doing.
All right, and the final touch, because you need something like this in a performance like this, glitter. Newman uses silent image to make it glitter.
Yes.
And he's going to make that glitter just constantly follow us.
Okay.
I love it.
You managed to get the equivalent of with different people being entertained, particularly children.
How many smiles?
Lots and lots of smiles.
Also, we definitely talked to the Asimar, and we are in little matching costumes.
Okay.
Although I assume Newman still has the hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you managed to get the equivalent of 51 silver pieces.
51 silver. Oh, they're kids.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like,
like
51, 51 each or 51 to split?
51 to split.
Okay.
So the easiest way would be, 25 silver, 5 copper each.
Okay. I'm just gonna...
Just imagining if Newman had his glowing eyes thing still going, he would be like backstage turning kids upside down, like, give me your lunch money.
All right.
Newman gives you his share of the 51 because he doesn't see the point in splitting it, and he just wanted to have fun.
Ross is incredibly touched by that.
Yeah, it's not that I really sort of need it. I make most of my own things anyways, but I was just more so wanting to spend some time with you because I feel like after this week or whatever, we're probably going to have to go separate ways. So I want to make as many moments as I can.
You're a really good friend, Neumann.
I know. And so are you.
High five.
High five.
Yeah. His hand, like, just absolutely dwarfs mine.
But then we do the cool tail handshake.
Yes, we do a little tail handshake, and it's like a bro handshake. It's very cute.
All right. Anything else people wanted to cover before the week is out?
I will say, while we're doing this week type stuff, Birdie is like, because you guys are kind of doing a lot of stuff, apart from when you enlist Ross to do things, he kind of like has been withdrawing a lot more, and he's kind of spending a lot more time like over at the his own cart and stuff like that. And he's been spending a lot of time looking into the letter he got. And he also sends a he doesn't really recognize many of the names that Kaya sent to him about like that he asked me to do a thing. But so he even like looks over old receipts he has and stuff like that. So he eventually, probably in the same manner as Galda's using Galda's Speedy Courier because he doesn't have to worry about 25 words. He sends a letter to Braxton in Durham, his like wealthy merchant friend, asking. It's pretty much like, oh, hey Braxton, how you doing? Winky, winky, winky face. And he's like, just contacting. I got like some people asking about a couple of different like families from Durham. I was just wondering if you could give me like any info you know on them, like if anything's been happening with them lately. They've been selling stuff or whatever. No, I've got like someone looking like for a sword or something. But yeah, I got like a couple of different families. If you could tell me anything you know, that would be awesome. And he lists down the names. He's like, also, weird stuff happening again with the Mark stuff. It's kind of not there. I'm assuming that's normal. Anyway, kiss, hug, see you later. And then underneath he also writes, P.S. About the bird armor, Hafford is currently a cat. Don't know if that hurts the commission you were getting made for Anya. And then he just doodles just eyes all over the page and like little flowers and stuff because that's what he just does.
Newman butts into your room whilst you're writing the letter. He's like, "Are you talking to Braxton as well? Can you remind him about my goggles of night that I've been waiting for as well? He said he was going to find me a pair, maybe."
That was terrible. Can you read minds, Neumann?
Is this? Sorry, I thought you were writing this down in a letter.
But
he's not saying it out loud as he's writing it.
No,
Right,
it's fine. It's fine.
I would assume.
Yeah. That's kind. Yeah. Sure. I'll put that down there, Neumann.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's PPS. Neumann looking for goggles of night still.
All right. So when the letter returns, I'll just summarize what he says. So in regards to the names, he says he hasn't heard anything new about any of those names. They're all names he recognizes, but he'll definitely have like a bit of a he'll look into it and let you know if he finds anything. With the armor, he said he may be able to apply an enchantment on the armor for an extra fee that would make it more suitable for a familiar that may occasionally change its form. And in regards to the goggles, he says he's got a pair coming up in about a week or so in the next shipment of items he gets.
Excellent.
As for the mark, he says he hasn't heard anything quite like that, although he questions whether it still shows up under any form of magical vision.
Okay. Interesting. Brody receives and just stews over it for a bit. And I'll brush over the sort of stuff he does. But he will I guess while he travels, he wanders back from the cart to go and find the other guys to let them know about their orders and stuff like that. He'll also he's also interested in picking up another pair of sending stones and also lots of pastries, lots of local pastries.
Alright.
Tasty things.
So sending stones, let me just check the rarity. There are two kinds of sending stones that you actually can find in Karas.
Oh yeah?
There are the traditional ones, which cost about here they cost, you manage to track them down for about 200 gold pieces for a pair.
Mm-hmm.
However, you do manage to also find out about sending stones that are somewhat different. These ones are kind of gem inlaid. They look a lot nicer. They don't just look like stones.
Well.
It actually, so these sending stones function. So these sending stones can be keyed into any number of other sending stones.
Oh.
And can be used can be used once per day between any any pair of any stone can be used once per day.
Nice. So multiple phones rather than a one-person phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
They do have to be keyed into each other. So, for example, if everyone in the group would have one, you'd have to get 6 that were all keyed into each other.
Yeah.
But they are 150 gold per stone.
Alright, Buddy looks at those, he's like, yeah, well, can we drive a little bit of a little discount since I'm little old me, I'm so far from my homeland, and I'm a sightseer, and but just a little discount. What can we say?
The saleswoman,
He winks at her.
a mage, who goes by the name of Crow. She
What do you say,
she's-
Crow? Hey?
she
little
says, "Well,
discount?
how many were you looking at purchasing?"
I'll grab 2 of them.
2 of them. I'm afraid it's difficult to reduce the price for just 2.
Oh, that's a shame. Is there any other way we can bring the price down?
I could probably take them down to about 120 each if you bought, say, 4 or more of them.
Oh, I don't have that many people I actually talk to. One person who has the Sending Stone doesn't even really, like me. Anyway, it's yeah. I'll just buy the 2.
All right, so that is 300 gold, and they, and she also hands you a small scroll, like that basically has some arcane glyphs on it. It's like, that's the information if you want to attune further stones to it at a later point.
Oh, awesome! Thanks heaps for that, Crew. Yeah. Excellent. Have a great day.
You too.
So he grabs that, and he also goes and buys like this basket full of pastries.
All right.
Box full of pastries.
How much are you wanting to spend on pastries?
Like, it's Birdie.
Yeah.
Sorry, splash out enough to be quite lavish.
Okay, so probably about 2-3 gold, and that gives you quite a bit of pastry.
Awesome. He's pretty much, and like while he's walking back to you guys, he's pretty much just like scarfing these pastries while he's kind of packing them all into a little box with the one of the sending stone, the gemstone sending stones, and kind of like before and like literally like while he's walking, he's just like eating this and like getting the box ready, and I guess while like he like walks up to Ross's house, he like with the toe of his boot draws like scratches like markings into the dirt again, and then like opens up his little sleeve and drops more coins down into there, and summons the elemental once more, and he boxes up the rest of the pastries that he hasn't scarfed down, puts one into his pocket of course, and pops that in there with the sending stone, and he writes like a little note in there, and then bids it to take it to Caius
All right.
as a gift. And like pretty much what he writes on the letter is something like, oh yeah, okay, so I've been looking into it. I'm not great with nobles because I don't know many nobles, and I'm not a noble myself or rich person. I've asked some contacts, but they just know of them. But if you kind of manage to get the list down or whatever, or anything else, just let me know. I'll be able to help. And I'll see what the others can do. But yeah, sorry about that. But anyway, the thing here, I'm just including the some little instructions, just how to use it. You can send a message to me if you want to. You don't have to, of course, but it sends a message to me. So good luck. I hope things are okay. I hope you like pastries because they make me happy. So like, well, what's you can have them until we get to have that coffee together, okay? Okay, bye. There's like a little like winky faces, and then like scribbles them out and does like a little sad face again, and then he gives them to the elemental and like
Okay.
bids them to go away and pops into the door. Hey guys, so I was talking to Braxton. He's got like the goggle stuff, Neumann, that's coming in like some point, like in a week or two. And Anya, if you want to like if you still want that bird armor, he can like enchant it so like it'll fit on whatever freak form Hafner decides to take on at some point. So you can pass that on, like just for an extra fee, of course.
That would be very useful, actually. Next time you speak to him, tell him that I will take him up on that. Thank you, Bertie.
No problem.
Ross.
After all. Oh no. Yeah.
Ross was just sitting in the corner playing the flute next to Rook, and definitely just stops and leans over and goes, "Braxton."
I don't know if the Rook knows him.
I don't think she doesn't.
I'm not sure.
They keep mentioning people and expect me to know who they are.
I think they make like a lot of friends, these people.
Does Birdie make friends? He seems allergic to it.
Yeah, that's true. Associates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's just gonna go back to playing the flute.
Okay, cool. Well, Ross, you don't mind if I get a drink out of the esky? Yeah, I'm getting a drink out of the esky. Thank you.
She just gives you like a thumbs up while playing the flute one-handed.
Yeah.
Bertie, after a little bit, you receive the box back from the courier.
Oh, okay.
So inside the box, it is completely empty, except for a single smooth stone and a note that just says, "I found this for you." And then I'm not sure how the sending stone works, but he's going to give it a go. And you hear a voice in your head.
Sorry, keep going. My cat
You're-
just fell off the table. Sorry.
Oh goodness.
He's fine. Sorry.
And you hear a voice in your head that says, "Hello. I hope this works. I'm not sure how to... Thank you for looking into those family names. It's very kind of you. I'll try to..."
God damn it! God damn it! But it just like says a purpose of nothing, holding a little box and kind of like tapping his head like, "Ah, ah."
Bertie, are you okay? Are you having some form of episode?
I like to think that this is the response that Caius gets back.
No.
No, I feel like Bertie's proficient enough in this spell to not fuck it up.
Oh man.
Yeah, just leaving a voicemail, but it's just your friends all on speakerphone going like, "Who is it?"
So like then Anya asks, "Are you okay?" It's like, shh, shh, shh. He's like, "Yeah, okay, so like that's a 25-word limit. It sucks, I know. But thank you, I love the rock. It's real sweet." And then he kind of like just takes his hands off his neck and then like yeah, he's looking at this box with a rock in it. That's all you guys hear. This is a very nice rock. I assume it is.
I mean, Caius thinks so.
Is there any...
Unbelievably smooth. Like, if you want to skip it, it'd be perfect. But, like, you
I
know.
add a very smooth rock.
So
to my
it's
inventory.
a mundane rock.
Okay, so yeah, Betty does that, and then just kind of like just keeps looking at this little rock, and it's kind of like very pink. That's all you see.
Okay.
Bertie, are you sure you're not having, like, should I call a different cleric? Are you okay?
That's a very difficult question for me to answer right now. Yeah.
Just yes or no to a cleric. That's
I don't need a cleric. I'm already a holy man.
I know, but if you're too indisposed to, I don't know. I'm not a cleric. I don't know how these things work. Are you?
It's
Do I need to call a cleric? No. Okay.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
It's just another Bertie thing that we pretend we're not worried about, but we just do it to indulge you. Is this another one of those?
No, it's not my problem. I heard.
Anya, sorry. Anya, you can continue, but Anya, while you're talking to her, just kind of walks backwards, still watching you, picks up whatever drink is at the top of the barrel of drinks and just passes it to you really cautiously. Anyway, keep going.
Brady takes it uncomfortably. He's like, he looks at everyone uncomfortable. His little ears kind of flicked out. He's like, yeah, I heard from Caius. He's not doing so great. His dad got murdered, apparently.
Oh.
I've been looking into that.
Does he need somewhere to stay?
I don't think so. He's a rich lad, so I don't know. Yeah, that's back in Durham though. Yeah. So, but cause I've been to Durham pretty often, but I don't know anything about it. I'm not very useful about that. But yeah. So yeah. That's all that's been going on, nothing else. Which is bad for Caius, so that sucks real bad.
Yeah, no wonder you're distraught. That is not good at all. Maybe we can find a way to help him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess once we get back to the mainland, who knows? I mean, I'm sure he's on top of everything anyway, so it's fine. But yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure we'll sort something out. He'll be fine. And I'm fine, so don't worry about me.
As long as everything's okay.
Absolutely.
Anya just kind of nods, and she just awkwardly is like, okay, well, I'm going to good talk.
Yeah, absolutely cool. And they buy a drink. And it's goes to walk awkwardly to stare at a corner of the wall or something for a little bit.
All right. Was there anything else people wanted to do before the week's out? I know Neumann mentioned his sword at least briefly.
I also want to do potion shopping because I am all out.
Yes.
Because I've expended them all, and I didn't use a single one for myself.
God, sorry that someone keeps being really intent on trying to kill me.
He's the pseudo tank of the party. He did not buy them with the intent of using them himself.
So you happen upon the same magic shop that Bertie was in to get the sending stone, and see this arcanist woman, Crow, and she says, how can I help you?
Yeah, hey, I'm just after some potions. Just wanting to have a quick shop around. I'm currently a little bit dry, and I need things like greater potions of healing if you have them, and maybe even some superior, but mainly after the greater right now.
Well, we have one of the greater and one of the superior, and 5 regular in at the moment.
How much is the superior?
The superior is 5. Let me just double check this before I give you some ridiculous price one way or the other.
While you're checking, we can all assume that back at Ross's house, she and Rook are doing yoga.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're in fun little exercise outfits.
Anya is drinking in the corner.
We're probably out in the backyard, and Anya's probably on a lawn chair.
Yeah. Sunglasses on, really red, and you're like, maybe she's sunburned. She's not.
Okay. So, the potion of greater healing is 200 gold pieces. The potion of superior healing is 2,000 gold pieces.
We'll take both.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I'll add those in now. And apart from that, he wanted to go have a look and see if he can find a place to have a proper work on the sword. as well.
So the temple to Ineth would be the best place. You've kind of established yourself there as a follower already, and your work with the Concord has also helped to kind of prove you as an ally. So you probably how much time do you spend working on the sword there?
Well, how much time do we have left? I think we've spent maybe a day or two mucking around. So
yeah,
he's probably going to dedicate the rest of his time as long as he knows that people aren't leaving early or something that. I'm assuming everyone's leaving at the end of the week.
Yeah.
So I will enable you to make all 3 of your checks required then. So make me 3.
Before that, I just want to see if there's a spell that might be able to help me. I can't quite remember what it is, but it's like enhance ability, I think.
Enhance ability, I believe, is a 2nd level spell.
Yeah.
If memory serves.
Enhance ability. And does that let me do... I'm guessing it's performance? Oh, Tinker Die, isn't it?
So it would be a Tinker's Tools check.
Alright, well then enhance ability won't really help me.
No, Cat's Grace would give you advantage on dexterity checks. Which
okay, I'm doing that then.
Tool is. Yeah.
Enhance ability. Cast.
Alright.
Alright, cool. Cat's Grace. I'm ready to go.
Alright. So, make me 3 Tinker's Tools checks.
Tinker's Tools is plus 10.
At advantage.
Here we go. First one is an 11 and a 19? Hang on.
Are those the totals or?
No, these are just the rolls, but I think that's a 19, not a 61 though.
All right. So
the total for the Tinker Tools would be a 29.
Okay, so you manage to clean up the blade so that it will fit nicely into the hilt, kind of managing to reshape the tang enough that it fits, that it will kind of fit into place. So second check.
That is a 17 and a 5, so that is a 27.
27. Okay, so you manage to get the main portion of the hilt sealed onto the blade, and the pommel kind of screwed on without doing any sort of damage. You still need to get that crossguard on, though, before it's complete.
Natural 20, let's go. 10, that's half of that, and a 12, so that is 22.
Alright, so you managed to finish off the sword, and you wouldn't even know that this hilt was not made for this blade.
It's incredible.
You have this amazingly pristine luck blade with all 3 diamonds left intact. So that means you can add a luck blade rapier to your character sheet, and it has 3 charges. So 3 uses of wish.
I wish that I could find Anya and Rook if they ever hide again first.
Holy crap! You'd be like, hey guys, let's do hide and seek now, like right away.
Oh my god, we don't know where he was gonna hide yet.
Yeah.
We don't.
I'm assuming that's not how you're actually using a wish.
No.
All right.
No.
All right. So I assume you guys collectively, at some point during the week, let Athena and Vola's party know what the go is, as well as the dwarves of the Gold Chaser, so that they're not waiting up on you.
We do that.
Yeah. And yeah, you're eventually you eventually get to the point where the teleportation circle is open for use. And in fact, it probably would have been just as Neumann was finishing up his sword that what's her name? Nari Inthchild comes in, knowing that Neumann had been working in the workshop and letting him know. So you are aware the teleportation circle has been completed.
Excellent. Is this with me or?
Yeah, this is.
Or is
in
this
the
with all of us?
This is you specifically in the workshop, considering like she knows you'll pass this information onto your party.
Yeah. Excellent. Awesome. Well, that is great news. You do not know how long I've been waiting for this. I would love to be able to use it, if that's at all possible, to maybe go over to the other side, because it has been one of the places I've been wanting to go since I was a little tucker. So I would love to see it in person. I've read so much about it, the Temple of Ineth and all that. I'm just very excited. So if it's at all possible, would I, or maybe the party, be able to use it to go have a look? Because I'd love to show them around as well.
That can certainly be arranged.
Yes. He does like a little, I don't know, reverse fist bump in the air. I don't know what it's called. You put your hand up in the air and you pull it down.
Yeah.
Elbow into your body. But yeah, he's really happy about that. Awesome.
All right.
Well, how's everything on the resistance sides of things? I know you sometimes talk with the resistance. Is any problems with the governor? Or?
Not overly. Things have been a little easier on them with the governor currently indisposed, but it's only a matter of time before he's back.
Yes. Anya, you might have remembered, destroyed the teleportation circle, so I'm hoping that means that we've got some extra time on our sides as well. But we were the ones who killed the governor as well. And he sort of brushes off his shoulders. If you didn't hear,
heard.
You're welcome. I never want to fight him again. That was terrible. But yeah, thank you very much. I'll forward that on to my team.
All right. And yeah, so you managed to meet up with the party and inform them of that?
Yeah, I just basically blurt all of that out. Basically say if we wanted to, we could go have a look at the Temple of Ineth as well. Quite the tourist hotspot, I will admit, but basically it is just a place of beautiful architecture, machinery, and just a powerhouse of productivity. Literally, they worship productivity. It's great. Productivity and efficiency. It's certainly something to see. But yeah, no, it'd be good to, I don't know, maybe take a quick break from all this, don't you think?
I think maybe we will find something useful if we do go there. That might help us with our mission.
I just mainly want to have a look. Maybe, but I'm just trying to think of the people I'll meet, the people who I'll get the chance to talk to. I reckon there's probably some big shots over there that I could really learn a thing or two off, or something like that.
I mean, it's your timeline, Neumann. We're in your hometown now.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited about it. Well, I'm going. I'm definitely going, is all I'm saying. But whether or not you guys want to come with, that's completely up to you.
What else am I going to do?
Stay here and fight the governor.
We've done that. Check. Tick off the box. Let's go.
What if he comes back?
Oh, he will
That's
definitely
my
come
job.
back. And in which case, Ross will let us know.
Hell, Ross could probably take on the governor now by herself. That's impressive.
That's very kind of you, Neumann.
Well, the way you persuaded all of those guards shortly before they all died, that was very impressive.
I wish all three of you luck on your journey.
Well, hopefully this doesn't mean goodbye. I feel like we might be coming back, but thank you, yeah. I'd imagine it'd be a fairly short trip. Can't imagine we're going to stay there for very long.
Well, who knows? The sights, the sounds, you might get caught up in the holiday.
Who knows? Maybe I might want to stay there forever and then just, quit the party and just call it quits there. Maybe we'll see how we go. It's tempting. It's a very tempting thought.
Knowing us, anything could happen.
Yeah, something will go wrong. Don't worry.
Oh, by the way, guys, how could I forget? So you know how I've been really busy the past couple of days. I no longer have a cursed sword, as you're all aware, but I now have a magical sword. And he holds up his beautiful rapier with literal diamonds in it.
Oh, cool. Is this one going to try and kill us too?
Well, I mean, it's already tried to kill me. It stabbed me in the shoulder in between my armor plates. That's how I found it. So,
it's keeping on brand. That's good.
I guess so, yeah. But I wasn't holding it when it did that. So maybe it's got a mind of its own, this one, and I don't have any part in that. But, yeah,
Well,
I have
I
a pretty
hope-
good idea of what this one does, and I reckon it'll come in handy.
When you
Well,
pulled the sword out, Ross gave you a little round of applause
He
out
sort
of
of
support.
He takes off his feathered hat, sword around his waist, and he spins the hat around like that and bows as you're clapping. He's like, thank you. Sort of like the classic musketeer bow.
A classy little flourish.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope the sword of that whole curse thing is gone. If you got rid of that yourself, that's quite amazing. Reckon you'd fit right in with that temple of industry, hard work.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, I've still got the sword, but it's in the bag of holding and I never want to touch it again. So,
Very fair.
maybe there's a way I could safely dispose of it. I tried to do it in that very creative fashion back in the sanctuary. Basically tried to crush it, to break it, but that didn't work. So,
It was a good idea.
yeah, but we'll see how we go. I'll maybe the convocation might know what to do with it. Because, yeah, it's
Ooh,
definitely not
best
for
of
me.
luck.
Does anyone want a sword?
No, thank you.
Changes your eye color if you're into that. So I've been told.
I have a nice sword. Thank you.
I've
Okay.
got enough fake ones. I'm fine. Thank you.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Rightio. So, did anyone have any more plans, or I'm pretty much all packed, ready to go.
I think it's about time that I headed off on my own. It's a long trip to New Arcadia.
Oh, do you have to leave so soon, Rook? You're so strong and we dive. Well, we get into near-death experiences pretty easily. Surely you'd like to hang around and.
I will admit that does worry me. I do hope that you'll all be okay. You've still got actually. If you're still cool with me keeping this sending stone, feel free to message me if you need any help.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'd almost forgotten you had it. And don't worry, we can fix up the rent for that later. Which actually reminds me, well, if you're going, if we can't convince you to stay, or some of us can't, then, he's like, he looks very subtly over at Anya. Then, maybe, well, I'll give you a parting deal. How about, he reaches into his little coat, he pulls out a bottle of 30's elixir, and he's like, how about I'll give you a little deal. The one for the road, right? How about 2 gold per bottle?
I could buy a glass of drink for much cheaper without the fake medicinal qualities. Thank you.
Fake? I don't know what you're talking about. It's legitimate. Okay, doesn't do this stuff. The last time I pitched it to you, kind of got the wrong idea about, your interests and, the bedroom situation. You're kind of not interested in all that, but it's still great. It's skin moisturizer and it does taste good. You can add alcohol to it. Packs a pretty mean punch, I've heard.
Anya kind of walks up and she puts a hand on Bertie's shoulder and she's like, Bertie?
Hello, Anya. His little ears flick up as he turns to look at you.
Quit while you're ahead.
He turns back and looks at Rook. What does Rook look like right now?
She's just kind of shaking her head. Slightly amused, but also just kind of Judgmental.
On second thoughts, I'll just give it to you for free. And he like tries to like shove it into your hand, like ceremoniously.
Oh, okay. Great, thanks.
Basically a bottle of perfumed water.
Yep.
Like,
Well,
"Oh,
it does
great."
taste okay.
Oh yeah, it does. It's one of the many things it does. Excellent. Well, I'm so glad that you're endorsing it. Yeah. Well, that's me. I hope we'll see you again soon. And yeah, I'll message you. You got my
Absolutely.
screenshot
You look
on
after
you.
yourself and the rest of the team.
Yeah. Well, you know me. That's what I do.
Anya sort of steps forward and she takes Rook's hands in hers and she's like, as much as I like having you around, and as much as you help us, this is more important. So stay safe. We will see each other again soon. And she sort of... what is the height difference? Who's taller?
Remember, I made a ship meme once that said it.
Did we ever figure that out?
I'm like, well, I'm taller. I'm like 180 something.
I think we were about the same height.
Yeah,
Oh.
Anya's
6'2".
6'2".
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, I did not
Which-
realize Anya was that tall.
But
Whoa.
yeah,
she's
I'm
tall.
compared to you.
I
on
think I'm
Beyond.
like 184?
On Beyond, you've got her written as 179.
Who?
Rook,
Okay.
I changed that. She's 180.
which is
Yeah.
right on 6. Well, a bit under 6 foot, I believe.
Oh.
Damn. That's not what I expected.
Anya just sort of
She
at
leans down.
equal level, down a little bit, just kind of gives Rook a kiss on the cheek. And then she's like, anyway, stay safe. See you soon. Bye.
Rook kind of puts her hand to her cheek and she's like, and she grins and she's like, absolutely, I'll be seeing you later, alright? Best of luck.
And the same to you. Yes, the same to you. We'll see each other soon. Yes.
Yeah.
She kind of just, yep, awkwardly backs off.
Yeah, likewise.
She's like, I don't know what to do now.
It's like, Neumann, did you just see that?
I did. It's something definitely happened.
Yeah, I reckon.
Ross is gonna scoot over to Rook, having only mildly gauged the emotional landscape of the room. And she's gonna be like, whenever you're back in town, there's always space in my home for you.
Thank you so much. I don't really go with the home thing, but if you want a space in my tent, that's fine. In a perfectly normal way.
I appreciate the
you.
sentiment.
It was really nice to meet you.
It was lovely to meet you too. Neumann told me a lot of very good things, and all of them were true. So,
Aww.
and she's definitely all 5'8" of her is gonna start in for a hug.
I'll go for it. Yeah. We'll squeeze hug.
Yes. Or she is definitely, though, because you are much stronger. She is gonna go like
Yeah.
at a certain point,
Sorry.
and then kind of play it off real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pat on the back.
Yeah.
No.
Ugh. Take 4 points of damage.
All right, Neumann. It's been good seeing you again.
It absolutely has. Yeah, you're always welcome to come back whenever you need us. And you've got that sending stone, so that call for help goes both
Absolutely.
ways as well. If you ever need a hand, contact us and we'll come running if we can. And if
Thank
we're
you.
still alive and if the world hasn't ended. We'll
You-
see how that goes.
No, you staying alive, all right?
Try our best. But yeah, no,
Others-
definitely best of luck on your ventures. Hopefully you find your family, or at least find out what happened to them at the very least. And
yes, indeed.
yeah, hopefully those leads lead you somewhere.
For sure, and I suppose we're likely to be working together in a way if we're both working for this organization, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so maybe we'll even meet again.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we can have another hide and seek tournament, and I can come up with another great hiding spot, which, by the way, I do repeat, you guys will not find me. I've got it completely worked out. I have the best strategy. Oh,
I am very intrigued.
but I'm not going to tell you all because you'll just have to wait and see it.
Well,
Sure, we can't wait, Neumann.
But yeah, anyways,
I look
all the
forward to
best.
Absolutely.
And,
well.
does he have anything to give? I feel like he wants to give something. What does he want to give? You can have a cursed sword.
Nope. I'm good on that front. That looked really scary.
Yeah, no, look, I wouldn't recommend it actually, but he will give you. Wow, he has a lot of crap. Bertie, can you take all this crap out of the bag of holding? I've got daggers, I've got blunt caltrops,
Okay. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it's all going in the boxes. Yep.
Neumann gives you an arms permit for Wild Shade. That lasts into the 17th day of the 12th month, which is already gone.
Come on, it doesn't really exist anymore.
For memories.
This is for memory. This is a keepsake, all right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you ever find yourself in Wild Shade, maybe this will be a get out of jail free card. Who knows?
Maybe I can try to change the date or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I mean, by the looks of it, it doesn't say a year.
Yeah.
There's
We'll
the
see.
loophole.
We'll see.
Anyways, all the best. And yeah, he just waves and then also awkwardly shuffles away.
Yep.
A lot of awkward shuffling.
Yeah.
Arms
Probably.
permit has finally left my inventory. Thank you.
You missed
So
an
terrible.
opportunity. You missed the best opportunity to be like, here's an arms permit for those guns you got.
Oh, you're right.
Absolutely.
You missed it. You failed us all. You failed D&D. Rolled in that
I
one.
wish
probably wouldn't think
to
of that.
retcon. Nah. I know I'll be joking about that a lot, and it's going to turn into like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and I'll actually want to legitimately use Wish for something, and everyone will be like, but, guys, I'm serious.
True.
I gotta control myself now. Wish is too powerful.
Yeah.
True.
All right, so I assume that with the farewells to Rook, the party is also like on the verge of leaving Ross's home
Yeah.
as well. So I think Ross is gonna kind of stand there awkwardly for a minute and just kind of be like, I'm really glad I met you guys. It's been a long time since I made a friend that wasn't an actor, and it's nice to know I can still do it. So, whenever you're back from your adventures, just let me know, and I'm happy to relive this week.
Thank you. Ross, this has been... I haven't had a week where I've smiled this much in... I'd say over 20 years. So thank you for letting us into your home and making a comfortable space for us to relax. And also for all of your hard work. You did well, kid. You've got an adventurer in you yet. If you ever want to quit the acting business, well, I suppose you don't really know where to find us, but I'm sure if you look to the wherever the world looks like it is ending, we will be there. Probably because we caused it. Don't think about it too hard. But, like, you know where to find us. If you want in on that.
Ross just kind of nods and then like holds her arms out really awkwardly, like gauging if Anya will give her a hug.
Anya, like, she does. She gives Ross a hug. And, like, I think because of the height difference, it'd be, like, a really good hug, too.
Yeah.
And when she pulls away, she kind of looks a bit surprised at herself. Not for giving the hug, but just, like, that it was a good hug. She's like, oh, that, I don't do that often.
Well, you give good
I
hugs.
should do that more.
Yes. Also, while we were hugging, I definitely like scratched Hafren up on her shoulder.
Oh.
Hafren
Like-
purred. Hafren fucking loves you. You are Hafren's best friend. And over the next few weeks, you're all that Hafren thinks at Anya about. Hafren's like, when are we going to go see Ross next?
She
Ross
sang
sung
me songs.
songs. You never sing me songs.
Right, Ross is gonna. Oh goodness, Ross is as bad at goodbyes as I am. She's gonna turn around to Neumann and just kind of be like, "Friend."
And Newman goes, friend, and then I guess reciprocates a hug, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get a big old furry hug.
And I think also Ross is, when we stop hugging, Ross is gonna dig around in her little belts, and she's gonna pull out a little piece of paper that kind of looks like the business card she gave you to give to Rook, but it's very clearly hand drawn, and kind of the paper is a little like off center and a little squiggly, and it has like. I was gonna say her phone number. She doesn't have a phone. I don't know. It just has like the way to contact her through like the Concord or through the theater written on it, which isn't on her normal card. And she's gonna hand that to you.
Aw.
I takes it.
Yes.
He pockets it. The bag of holding.
Yes.
Is safe there. Your secret's safe with me.
She's gonna give him another tail high five.
Tail high five reciprocated.
And
You
then
guys have like a secret tail handshake by now? Like, surely you would.
Yeah, no, we came up with it
yeah.
a while ago. I think it was in the tower somewhere. I remember like the tail thing happened.
Oh,
a
that was
while
in
ago.
the lost part of this episode.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh.
But we like high fived, but it was like a bro thing where it's like the that and then but it's like all wrapped around and we do like a
hand
little
clasp.
fist pump. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fist pump,
Tail.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got jewelry on my tail, so it's very jangly little handshake. And then she's gonna turn to Birdie.
Birdie's like kind of like.
And I think she's just kind of gonna almost go for a hug and then kind of maybe gauge his discomfort level and maybe just put a hand on the shoulder just in case.
Yeah, because he's like, and I'll say that like he's like there's petals everywhere now, so
Yeah.
like, he gets all over you even when you like put a hand on his shoulder, just puffs all over you. Oh yeah, it's been real good, Ross. Nice to meet you and everything. Thanks again for the help with the loot boxes.
Anytime, Birdie.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to work with you.
Oh wow, gee, that's a pretty rare comment to hear from pretty much anyone. So thank you, I appreciate that.
Well, you're a nice person, Birdie.
I've heard that even less. But thank you, I appreciate that. I'm really glad you have that impression of me. It's probably a good thing we've only known each other for a week, is all I will say. But thanks. I'll also give you a free bottle of elixir. Yeah, for all your hard work. Here you go. Don't drink it all at once.
Of course
Make
not.
that
These are
forward Well, you already have them, but anyway.
It's a great mixer. Thank you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Also, like, sorry about like the Ross cocktail. I didn't realize it would be like that, like tingly or something. Like, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but like, it looked cool.
The sparks dissipated after a couple of hours. It was
Oh,
fine. Yeah.
thank goodness. I'm so glad. I'll think on it. I'm a little out of touch. It has been a while since I made them. But yeah, that's the Ross now. So yeah, it's been great knowing ya. Hope it all goes well and all that. And
You
great
too.
to hear stuff as well. You know, I thought that if I wasn't an entrepreneur, I would have set foot on the stage or something. You know, I just got that kind of charisma.
I'd believe that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Every single one of Ross's housemates is like waiting desperately for them to leave.
Betty kind of like looks over her shoulder at these people like,
They're like peering out the doorways.
well, don't want to overstay our welcome. And he like pats you on the shoulder a little bit. And then kind of extracts himself from your hand.
Yeah.
And ducks behind Neumann again.
You disappear from sight.
Yeah, oh yes, considering Birdie is 158 centimeters tall, so he's 5'1". So
Oh, I thought you were 5'4". Oh, you're even cuter. Oh goodness. Oh gosh.
Yep. Tiny man.
Oh, nearly a foot taller. Oh goodness.
Yes. Yeah, so thanks. It's been nice spending time with you, Ross, and you, Brooke, as well. Safe travels, and I guess we'll see where we end up. Yeah.
Bertie, as the farewells begin to wrap up, you, in kind of avoiding people's eye lines, you look down and notice like the petals that have been shedding from you, and note that they are not their usual vibrant shades of pinks and purples, but instead dull greys and blacks. And that's where we're going to end this week.
Oopsie.
Spooky.
Cool. Thanks,
Bye
guys.
everyone. Have fun with
Yeah.
the murder.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a
Thanks,
great
Zoe
week.
and Johanna. It was awesome to have you guys.
Yes.
with us.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having us.
And
Yeah.
also the disembodied voice of
Yes.
Mitch as well.
Yes.
Thank
very
you,
much, guys.
disembodied voice, for your contributions.
And thank you all for listening.
Sorry for listening, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry for listening.
Goodbye.